Let me ask you a question about tequila, because that's kind of why we're here.
My favorite topic, yeah.
There you are, yes. I know what a real tequila tastes like.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of people that don't because of that stigma that, because, most people have been exposed to that one tequila. What is it in the tequila making process that makes a tequila taste smooth and quality and one that tastes like that other one?
I mean, so we deal with that a lot. There's everybody, it seems like everybody has a tequila story, a bad tequila story back in 1971 on spring break, and you just had a bad tequila, which the problem is it was overconsumption. It was a mixto tequila, which is typically 51% sugar and then 49% tequila or agave.
So that's what a mixto is. It's a mix of sugar and tequila.
Correct. Yeah. So it can be cane sugar, it can be agave. So it can be just granulated sugar. And so that sugar affects the body. The other thing is how many other cocktails were they consuming that day before they had that last shot of tequila that just messed everything up. So the difference with that is you remove that. That's the first thing, is you don't want a mixto. You want 100% Blue Weber agave tequila that is twice distilled. Particularly there's three options. You can do a lowland, you can do a highland, and that's where they grow the agave. Those have different, flavor tones or a flavor profile that the agave brings. So if it's a lowland agave, it's more mineral rich, it's a little peppery, a little spicy. If you're in the highlands, you have it a little bit more sweeter, a little bit more fruity, botanical. And then you have, what we do is we use a blend of the highland and the lowland to kind of merge those together and give it a very smooth taste. We twice distill it, and then it's oxygenated as well to take out those impurities. And that's really where the stereotypes and the stigmas come from, is the mixtos and then the impurities. But the impurities speak to any spirit out there. I mean, you have cheap vodkas that are not pure, whiskeys and bourbons that just aren't good. So those are the things that differentiate a bad and a good tequila and a great tequila.
Okay. So and a mixto, I assume, is also cheaper to make.
It's very much cheaper. I mean, sugar, high fructose corn syrup, all of that is just so inexpensive. And that's kind of where a mixto came about. I don't know the year. It might have been back in the, early 1900s, late mid 1900s, but there was an agave shortage. So the distillers, which tequila wasn't big, but in Mexico, obviously it was, the distillers, what they found is they could actually cut it. It was the same thing as just cutting it or watering it down, and they used sugar, cane sugar, whatever they had that was super cheap to kind of thin it out. Still tasted a little bit like tequila, but they got more bang for their buck.
So Anteel is distilled twice. So is it safe to assume that, if I understand distilling properly, the more you distill something, the more flavor you take out?
Yeah, that's correct. So there are some tequila brands that do distill 3 times, but the majority is twice distilled, because you really want to taste that agave, that nice, sweet, cooked agave. And a lot of the times, if it's not done right and you distill it a 3rd time, you'll remove some of those complexities. And you really want that nice sweetness up front. So when you drink a very nice tequila, you get that sweetness on the tongue, especially like a Blanco and unaged. You're going to get that sweet, and it's going to almost be vegetal. It's going to taste like pure agave, like you just roasted it. And that's what you're looking for. That 3rd distillation can sometimes rip it out.